Boker Tov, JRC, coming to you here from Andersonville, from my back porch. It feels a bit like we're living in a circus, and if I'm honest, I feel a bit like the juggler in particular, because we're trying to keep work going and keep life going and keep connection going, and I can't even imagine what it's like if you're a parent. Really see all the hard work the parents are doing out there, how you're running class and school, and at some point you're getting to your work between 8 and 11 p.m. and I'm impressed by you because it feels hard enough for me. I've been studying Daf Yomi, which is where you study a page of Talmud every day. And currently we're in the volume on Shabbat. And we just read Shabbat 11a last night. So the other night on 10a, I want to share a text with you that I think really speaks to this feeling of juggling and gives us some good advice. So it starts with Rav Ami and Rav Asi, and it says that they would be studying all day, but every hour they would knock on a bolt of the door and open up the door and say, if there's anybody here who needs a judgment, let them come in. So here we have these guys who are studying, but they make sure every hour to check and interrupt their study to let people know that they're here to help them. But then it goes on. It gives us another case. It says Rav Chisda and Rav Adar, Rav Huna would sit in judgment all day, and they'd get so hungry that their hearts would grow weak, it says. So first we have people who are sitting in Torah study all day, but they open themselves up to say, if you need a judgment, come and see us. And then we have it the other way. Some days, there's days where we're just slammed by work and we don't even take a lunch break, and we grow weak. And so the Gemara, the text mentions, it quotes from the Torah, from the book of Yitro. It says, Moses used to do this. Moses used to stand over the people from morning until evening, which his father-in-law famously says to him, this thing you're doing, it's not good. And the rabbis know this, and so they say, it can't actually be that Moses sat in judgment all day long, because if so, when did he study Torah? Of course, that's their question, right? When did he study Torah? But he couldn't have literally sat in judgment all day, because we're talking about Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe our teacher. He must have studied Torah. When was his Torah accomplished? And it says, actually, all of this is to teach us that any judge who judges a true judgment truthfully, even if they sit only 1 hour, the verse ascribes to them as if they've become a partner with the Holy One, blessed be God, in the act of creation. So I think there's 3 important takeaways here from us. The first is interruption. It's just the way things are right now. And we can either fight against it or we can accept it. And we hear in this text that Rav Chisda and Rav Ami and Rav Asi, in our first story, they actively lean into this interruption. They knock on the door. They invite people in. They just accept that they can't study Torah all day. The second lesson is that we need to take time for self-care. The second story with Rav Chisda and Rav Huna, where they're sitting in judgment all day and then all of a sudden they're starving, their heart's weak, that's not what we want to fall into. We need to find time for ourselves in the midst of all that's going on, even if it's just a little bit of morning coffee. And the last one is give yourself credit. Even if you only get 1 hour of good work in, of your own work in, give yourself credit. Just 1 hour means you were a partner in creation with the divine. And that's an important lesson for us when it feels like we're juggling and maybe we're not getting to everything we want. Take a deep breath, as Cantor Howard said, give yourself credit, and know that you're loved. Love you.